my opinion, the hippie entrepreneurs are the best type of entrepreneur, and Eben Pagan was a really big inspiration for me. And in this video I'm going to break down 4 mental models that he is using. Now, why is it important to learn about so many different perspectives and mental models? So you can look at the same situation from different perspectives and you can make better decisions. One of the things he did earlier on in his life was to write an ebook about dating. He was also known as David D'Angelo. And in the book Opportunity, he also explains the power of info products. As long as you can create high value information for people, you can create info products. And the beautiful thing about info products is that you can scale them. You can build it once and sell it twice or 1,000 times. In his book, he motivated me and other people to produce information and produce valuable content for other people, because we all have knowledge in a certain area of life that we should share and that's valuable to others. And that really inspired me. One question that he asks himself multiple times a day is, what is value? And you will see that this is different in so many different areas of life, but it's a very important question to ask yourself. So next to creating info products that you can scale, the second mental model is about the Pareto principle. It's a very old principle, but he goes on in the book and talks about the inputs and the outputs, and we can already see it in creating info products where the input is relatively low and the output can be really high. So he talks about Pareto and he just looks at the 80-20 rule. And for those who do not know, Pareto was, I think, an Italian economist who found out that 80% of the harvest of his beans came from 20% of the beans that he planted. And he found that this principle applies to many things in life. And what Eben Pagan uses as an example for this about nutrition is that he just makes sure to get a vegetable or green smoothie every morning, because this is just the easiest and lowest amount of input to get the highest amount of output for your intake of nutrients. The third mental model is called the HAPS. I think about this quite a lot. It's an acronym for Holistic Actualization Points. And what this means is that just like looking at one problem with multiple perspectives, you're not only going to think about the return on investment, because you're going to invest something and it's going to give you a return, but it's about the return on experience. It's about what will you get back in character, what will you get back in relationships, in experience, in finance, in health, in joy. And you can combine all these things every time you have to make a big decision. So we talked about info product, the Pareto principle, and holistic actualization points. So they all have in common that it's important to look at the outcome of the opportunity versus what you put into it. And looking at an opportunity from this perspective relates to the next topic, which is to get into as many different perspectives and subcultures as possible. I know that he also created a course about spiral dynamics, and you can really see the influence of this in the way he's writing, because he's constantly talking about how everything is not black and white and how you should look at everything from different perspectives and different mental models. And I can totally agree that it's really important to get out of your own bubble, because we tend to create blind spots because we're in this echo chamber of people who are relatable to us and they all just think and say the same thing. So if you just step out of this bubble and connect to a new subculture and just be open to what they are saying, it's going to really broaden your perspective. I think he's definitely in the yellow stage of spiral dynamics. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should check out the video in the corner over here, in which I explain everything about spiral dynamics in a very short video. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.